Hello everyone, welcome to In the Neighborhood with your hosts Tim Johnson and Stacy Borho. Together they are finding out what makes the heart of the Heartland beat. They sit down with people in your community that lead organizations, businesses, and government. You'll learn who they are and what they're involved in and why. They are the people in your neighborhood. It's In the Neighborhood with Stacy Borho and Tim Johnson.
Hi everybody, my name's Tim Johnson and Stacy Borho with us. And today we have a special guest. We have Andrew Black. Hi Andrew, how are you?
Very good, Tim.
And you're with St. Jude Rides. We just went on the Corvette Drive. So tell us kind of what a synopsis, or give us a synopsis of what it is.
Sure. Well, the St. Jude Corvette Drive originated back in 2012. It was modeled pretty much after the Corvette Ride, which had generated or started back in, I think, 11 years prior. Everybody in Peoria is really familiar with St. Jude Run, so some guys with some motorcycles thought, hey, why don't we do this as well? We don't have running shoes. And then some Corvette owners teamed up and said, hey, there's quite a few people in the Corvette world that would not only love to make a drive down to Memphis, but also raise some money for some sick kids.
That's really cool. So how long has this been going on?
The St. Jude Drive has been going on for now 7 years. We just completed last Thursday and Friday our 7th year. Tim was a guest on the charter bus with us, so he got to experience firsthand, although not in a Corvette,
Yes.
the entire drive down.
I got to film you guys driving by the bus.
There you go.
So
There you go.
yeah, it was good.
So how many are we talking about that's in that now?
So this year we hit a record year.
Okay.
We had 68 Corvettes go with us this year. That was up from 51 last year.
Wow.
And Stacy, as I told you earlier, the real reason we do this is to raise money for the kids at St. Jude. Up until the start of this year, raised $650,000, and pleased to report we're hoping here we've got another 40 days left in the fundraising cycle, but I think we can hit $250,000 just this year.
Which is awesome.
It's a pretty cool thing to do.
Yeah, it is really cool. The gentleman from Midland, sorry, his name is
Mid-America Motorworks.
Mid-America
Yes,
Motorworks.
yes.
So we stopped there in Effingham and got to tour their little facility, and great work that they're doing. But he talked, his goal is to get you up to 1,000 Corvettes.
Oh my gosh.
Correct. Mike Yeager, for anybody in that Corvette world, he sells parts online really worldwide and is a staple in the Corvette community. We got he and his family involved last year, and he has rattled off several times, even through social media, that his goal is to fund the hospital for one day from the St. Jude drivers here within the next 10 years. And to fund the hospital for one day, it's about $2.4 million. So we've got a long way to go, obviously, from $250,000 to $2.4 million. But with people like Mike Yeager on board, I think we can do that.
Yeah, one day.
So right now, where are all the Corvettes coming from?
So right now we started in Peoria.
Okay.
Up until this year, we originated out of Peoria, but with Effingham's involvement and the Yeager's involvement, we had our first satellite drive out of Effingham. Effingham pulled from the Quincy area, some from the St. Louis area, and even into Missouri. There has been some people join us from the Chicago and Wisconsin area for the Peoria Drive, so we hope this is going to be contagious, and we hope additional satellite drives can originate from this.
That's incredible. How exciting to kind of be able to watch that and see how it just keeps growing.
So how long have you been with it?
I've been with it 6 years now. We did not go on the first year drive. This all originated back with the Corvette Club out of Washington and Uftring Chevrolet. And my wife and I were just not privy to it the first year, and then thought, hey, we need to get involved. Went the second year, and it was just a very well-run event, and thought, hey, this is something not only we as Corvette enthusiasts can do, but raise some money for the kids as well.
We have a few minutes. We have about 3 minutes left. Tell us what inspired you to get involved?
Obviously, nobody likes to see kids that are sick. My wife and I are blessed with with healthy kids, and there's many other people out there that are very blessed with healthy children, and you feel for those that don't have healthy kids. The big thing with St. Jude is no family ever receives a bill for treatment, travel, housing, or food. And everybody you talk to that does have a sick child at St. Jude can testify to that they never receive bills for any of that. So as Corvette enthusiasts, being blessed in what we do, we felt, to give back, one of those charitable type things. And as I said, it's getting contagious, I think.
It is just, I came back. Somebody explains in the video, and we'll play the video here in just a minute. But after taking the tour, she's like, I'm sad because of the kids going through it, but I'm excited to see what's happening with the kids.
Correct.
And just all the range of emotions that you go through. I mean, it was quite the emotional day going through and seeing the kids. And obviously we want to respect the kids' privacy, and so there's no pictures of kids or anything like that in the video. Yeah, just amazing. For me, one thing that I was in shock over is that they only have 85 beds.
Correct.
It's because they don't want the kids in the hospital, they want them in the hospital as little as possible. So that was one thing with this big campus, but it just, not much there. But
And you got to tour it.
Yep, got to tour it. And they have this proton device that can actually pinpoint and hit with needle accuracy the cancer and just get the cancer and not the rest of the body.
It's the only hospital has this proton beam therapy, and it's pretty spectacular what they can do.
So stay tuned for the video. Thanks so much for your time, and if you would join us in fundraising, where's the best place for people to go if they still want to donate to the...
Absolutely. We've got until June 30th, and it's stjudedrives.org.
Thank you much.
Thank you.
Good morning. This year we're going on the 7th annual St. Jude Corvette Drive for the kids of St. Jude. We're here at Elftring in Washington, and we are taking 68 Corvettes to Memphis. So we're really excited this year. We have our first satellite drive, and we're going to stop in Effingham, Illinois to pick up more friends with Corvettes and head to Memphis, Tennessee on this beautiful morning.
One of the things that the local board does is we have patient families that come and help advise us on things we need to do. And today, we're honored to have Matt and Nicole Jones and our patient Sam with us today, and they're going to say a few words. Whoever's going to talk. Nicole.
Thank you all so much. It's very emotional for us and very humbling to be here today and to know that because of all of your efforts, Sam is with us today. So I just want to thank you all from the bottom of my heart. In January of 2014, we thought that Sam was just recovering rather slowly from a soccer injury, and her leg was feeling tight. When we went to the doctor and then eventually led to the hospital, it hadn't even crossed our mind that they would tell us that she was actually a very sick little girl. She had metastatic Ewing sarcoma, which meant that she had had a tumor that had been hiding in her pelvis and had already grown to the size of a grapefruit. And it had metastasized to her shoulders and her spine and her hips. I can still remember being there today, and there's just no words to describe what it is to get that type of news about your child, and the prognosis was very grim. Again, because of people like you and the fundraising, we left the next day for Memphis with a piece of hope, which is that 2 weeks prior, a new clinical trial had opened in Memphis that they were hoping would save Sam. So we got to Memphis, and Sam went through 15 months of chemotherapy and 62 radiation treatments to her pelvis and all of the metastatic spots. It was also a 65% uptake in her bone marrow. And she had 25 blood transfusions, and in April of 2015, so 15 months later, she was declared stable with no evidence of disease. So St. Jude provides so much hope for families like ours, and for so many friends that we've met along the way and their families, and also all the families that unfortunately will be diagnosed in the future. You know, they said that this was rare and this doesn't happen very often, but just 6 weeks ago, one of my best friends sent me a text, and her daughter had metastatic Ewing's. And I found myself going back to that place, sitting in our house, and reliving the early pain, but also having all the hope to provide her, because here we sit 4 years out with a healthy Sam, who is back to being a sophomore at Peoria, Notre Dame. She's back to swimming on the swim team. She is in clubs. She goes on mission trips down in Miami. And you can even find her working 2 jobs at Fired Up and at Lou's Drive-In. So I was happy to provide that hope for my friend. And I just, in closing, want to thank each one of you so much. It means everything to our family, and we're so grateful for your efforts.
So this year we have a few things a little different, as you all know. So this year we started the Corvette Drive sponsorships. We have a satellite drive out of Effingham, and we have more Corvettes. And so you take those 3 things and add them up, we have $235,000 this year. And so at the beginning of the year, Drew, our president, wanted to raise $250,000. Can we do that? We have until June 30th. Everybody, please keep raising money and see if we can't raise $250,000 when we come back here for our picnic that we have this year. And have a good time today. So,
Hey, we're pretty excited. This is the 7th annual St. Jude Peoria to Memphis Corvette Drive. You know, we're going to have 55 Corvettes leave here, and then we're going to go down to Effingham, Illinois to Mid-America Motor Works. They're going to pick up about 15 more, and we're going to have 70 Corvettes, a bus full of people, a motorhome full of people. We're all excited to go because what we're going to do is raise a lot of money for the sick kids of St. Jude today.
Hi, I'm Jay Fox. I'm one of the chase van drivers for the St. Jude Corvette Drive, and this is our first year driving the St. Jude Memphis to Peoria run chase vans in support of the drivers of the Corvette Drive, and we just always try to do everything we can to raise money and awareness for this children's hospital in Memphis. So this is such a great cause. They've got a record number of drivers this year, and they've got a record amount, which they'll announce later on. But if you see us on the road, give us a toot and move out of our way, because we're coming through.
Hi, we're here at Mid-America Motor Works in Effingham, Illinois. We're really excited to be here. This is the first year that we're here, so we've all arrived now safely. This is our first satellite drive, so we're really excited to be here. The Yeagers have been so great in hosting us. Mike and Laura Yeager are actually tooling around here, welcoming us to their beautiful home. This is really special for this group. This is the 6th year of the St. Jude Corvette Drive, and this is our first year for a satellite drive. So we all came from Washington, Illinois, and we're stopping here in Effingham to pick up more cars to head to Memphis, Tennessee. We'll get to the hotel tonight, and then we'll tour everyone through St. Jude Children's Research Hospital and just show them how special of a place and what their money is going to and what they're doing. I was telling the bus trip, Jill and I are on the bus, and there is 100 active St. Jude patients right now being treated at our Midwest affiliate that's located in St. Francis Children's Hospital. So we're doing a great thing. We're raising a lot of money for these kids so that no family ever receives a bill, not for treatment, travel, housing, or food. So all we want a patient's family to have to do is help their child live. So this group is doing great things, raising lots of money, and the awareness. Look at these cars, and they all have decals on them. We have big chase vehicles with decals, so we want to really thank all of our sponsors, all of our supporters, and all of our donors for making this happen. So we're really thankful, and we'll see you in Memphis.
I'm in the lead car behind the police escort. Hey, how y'all doing? I'm here to visit the kids of St. Jude, the kids all over the world. This is Santa from Central Illinois. I have the sleigh here with me with Rudolph on the front, and we come down just to do the Corvette Drive with the guys from the Illinois Corvette Club. I spend Santa during the Christmas season, and I spread Santa's here all year long.
Hi, this is Dale and Judy Hammersmith, and we're from the Chicago area, and we're down here in Effingham at Mid-America doing the St. Jude's run for the Corvettes, going all the way down to Memphis. And we've done this in previous years and hope to do it for the rest of our life.
Hi, I'm Mike Yeager with Mid-America Motor Works. I'm the chief cheerleader here, and today we're having the St. Jude Corvette Drive that started in Peoria, segued to Effingham, and now we're on our way to Memphis. And this is the Corvette hobby's chance to give back to society. We have chosen St. Jude's as our charity of choice, and my family got involved 2 years ago. This would have been our second drive, and you know, my goal is to get the Corvette Drive from where it is now to, in 5 years, to 1,000 cars. And the reason 1,000 cars is important is I would like to raise $2,500 a car, and with 1,000 cars, that's $2.5 million, which would support St. Jude's Children's Hospital, the research center, for 1 day. And I think that the Corvette community can do it, will do it, and would be all very proud to say that we help children around the world. And you know, what's interesting to me in the last couple of days that the World Health Organization has recognized and partnered with St. Jude's to take their care and concern and cure of cancer worldwide. And interesting, 50 years ago when Danny Thomas founded St. Jude, the survival rate for childhood cancer was under 20%. And today, thanks to the efforts of many, many people as well as the researchers at St. Jude's, the survival rate for childhood cancer for most cancers exceeds 80%. And how can you look at a young child that has cancer and not want to support that effort? So that's what we're doing here in Effingham at Mid-America Motor Works, and the cars are leaving now, heading out to Memphis. So it's a great day here. It's a great opportunity to help people.
Hi, my name's Mike Pizzuti. I'm from Germantown Hills, Illinois. I'm here with my wife, Linda. And this is our fourth Corvette drive down to Memphis. We think St. Jude is just a fantastic organization. Our daughter, Tina, works at the national level with St. Jude for the St. Jude Dream Home. And it's just a great opportunity to use our cars to help raise funds for the kids at St. Jude. Just a fantastic organization, and we just love doing this, and we love the camaraderie and the fun that we have on this drive, and I hope we can continue to do this.
corner, they're the ESA girls, ladies that are here from ESA. That's the sorority that Jim Maloof got started with St. Jude a long time ago and introduced him to Danny Thomas, and they've raised more money than anybody else in the whole world for St. Jude.
So the Arkansas Welcome Center, Blytheville, is that how I say it?
Yes.
That's that right? So we just owe Sheila and her staff so much. I don't know if you've seen over the fireplace over here, Chief McCoy donated his drive license plate, and they've got it framed up there. The welcome signs out there, if you guys are on Facebook, they plaster Facebook with us. Over here to my left, everybody else is right, there's a St. Jude sign that they've got markers out there if you want to just write something there. But the hospitality, Sheila, you guys. Very This is our second year of stopping here, and obviously this is going to be a stop from here on out because it's just the awesome thing. Also, we need to thank here just pretty quickly when we start leaving. The local police force is going to help us get out of here as well, so that'll be nice. And then obviously the mayor of Blytheville.
Not only is he a mayor, he's a former sheriff and a fellow graduate of the FBI National Academy. But I was 50 classes before him.
We have also, the highway department is very, very involved with this building. We run two separate agencies, but we work together to keep this place going. And you'll see a couple of our highway people that have been here since this morning at noon, running around listening to me go, bah! So, thanks them as well.
So last but certainly not least, when we were down here about 4 weeks ago with our pre-drive, we walked through the doors and Sheila and her team just about jumped over this counter to give us a hug and say, oh my gosh, we were wondering when you guys were going to come back. So we came in, that's when McCoy dropped off the license plate to them. They said, oh, we got a special place for this. We couldn't help but notice these flags, which obviously, you know, Air Force, Army, Navy, POW, pretty cool that we have that. Marines are up there. But we said, you know what, it's missing something, and we found out what it's missing.
Yeah!
Hang it proudly.
We will. Yeah.
Okay, Blue Group will get out to the cars and start them up and get out of here in about 5 minutes. Very good.
This was my first trip to St. Jude. My daughter was a Tri-Delta, and she's told me about this many times. It's very emotional. We have two grandchildren that are good in health, and this just makes you realize what you have when you have healthy children, and really opens up your eyes. And we're going to continue to do this drive every year and try to promote it more in the St. Louis area. But very humbling experience.
what will you learn from your experience in being a part of this amazing program? The children have taught me that sickness and suffering happens no matter how old or how young we are. Cancer is non-discriminatory. It attacks all genders and all ages. The children have taught me that having people that we love around us makes suffering more bearable. Don't want to go this alone. You want to have people in your corner, people upon whom you can depend and trust. They have taught me that the touch of tiny fingers and the sounds of baby giggles feeds my soul. They've also taught me that play and play and play is the real work in this life. They've taught me that you can see without eyes. In my early years, we had someone donate a Nintendo and had the Mario Brothers game, one of the first editions, and we had a little contest. And in the category age 3 to 5, a little 5-year-old blind boy won that contest. He played it by sound. Yeah. And they've also taught me that you can run even though you don't have legs. They've taught me that every second that I am alive, it's important, it matters. And our impact on this world is not measured in years.
Well, good morning. I'm Andrew Black. I'm the president of the St. Jude Corvette Drive based out of Peoria. And we're sitting down here in Memphis at the St. Jude campus, and it's just a beautiful day, a little warm. But behind me, we've got 68 Corvettes with us. Most of those originated out of Peoria. Picked up a group in Effingham of about 14 Corvettes. And we're here today because obviously it's one of those things Corvette enthusiasts really hold near and dear to their heart, to support St. Jude and the sick kids, and really to try to put an end to this whole cancer thing. We had a great session this morning with some speakers. Tours are just finishing up now, getting to see the hospital and really kind of the inner workings of what they're doing here. Pleased to report we've raised $235,000 for the kids at St. Jude. A great goal. I think even a couple more days of some fundraising, we can get to that $250,000 mark. But it's just been a great day today. We're just about ready to end the event, which is unfortunate, but we'll start preparations for next year. We're going to meet here in about 10-15 minutes for a group photo, and 2018 we can close the books on it, but we'll be back bigger and better for 2019.
Hi, my name is Veronica Haskell. I'm from Princeville, Illinois, and I am so humbled and honored to be a part of the 2018 Corvette St. Jude Drive. My husband and I have been financial supporters of all of the efforts throughout the Peoria area through the run, and we got our Corvette last year, and we were told it makes a difference when you go to the hospital. Trust us. Just come and tour it one time, and it will change your life. And I can truly say, after finishing this tour, my heart is full, my heart is sad, my heart is happy, and I am so honored and humbled to be a part of such an amazing group of people who have raised so much money. The tour of the hospital was emotional, it was breathtaking, it was happy, it was sad, and it was full of hope. Hope for these kids, hope for these families, and hope for all of their futures. So thank you to everybody here at St. Jude for what you do, allowing us to come in and be a part of such a glorious day. And we're going back home, and we're going to ask for lots more money to bring back next year. Thank you.
So if you're curious about the St. Jude Corvette Drive, we obviously want to make this bigger and better each year. We want to grow this to Corvettes that we're really taking up more road than what's our fair share. But to get involved with this organization 6 years ago for me and my wife was just a very humbling experience. To get involved with this, have a Corvette, we put a minimum restriction out there of $1,500 for fundraising, but we've never had anybody not raise at least $1,500. It's a great charity to raise money for, and it's a very easy task to do it. We're going to be looking for people to sign up for 2019. Check us out at stjudedrives.org. We're also on Facebook as well, but we'd like to have more people join us in the coming years.
I just wanted to thank everyone from the bottom of my heart, because it really is because of you guys that St. Jude gets to do what they do and save everyone's lives, including my own. So thank you.